The Mario movie was filled with references from various different games and IPs throughout the Mario and even Nintendo universe, and it was super exciting to find all these cool Easter eggs. But there was one that was referenced pretty big in my opinion, and that is Luigi's mansion. During the entire beginning of the movie where Luigi actually lands in the Dark Lands, it gives off an incredible Luigi's mansion vibe, even much so where it plays a little bit of the main theme, and that's kind of where it looks like they were going for, trying to spook Luigi out completely. And it's actually a very creepy scene for the Mario movie in general, which normally had an uplifting vibe to it. And honestly, I was under the impression that a Luigi's Mansion movie from Illumination or Nintendo would be very kind of watered down and more kiddie-ish and more child-friendly instead of the spooky, scary vibes that we got from the first game. I mean, yes, I love Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3 to death, honestly, but at the same time, they don't have that same vibe the first game did. If you played the first game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was darker, it was scarier, it was creepier, and that's something that I would love to see translated into a movie. And honestly, I'm quite happy to say it looks like they nailed the vibes completely in the Mario movie. Just the Mario movie alone was able to make me feel a little bit goosebumps for Luigi in that scene. I mean, the music was creepy, it looked like the dry bones were zombies coming out of the dirt. They went full-fledged in this thing, and then Luigi runs into a mansion-type castle where it doesn't look like a castle, that looks like the inside of a creepy haunted mansion, and then the lights flicker from the lightning outside, and then boom, you can see the Shy Guys and Sniffets on the stairs behind them. I mean, throw in a couple of boos and some of those ghosts from Luigi's Mansion, you got yourself a mansion movie in the making, baby. Now, before I talk about the story and how this would work exactly, I just want to talk about how good Charlie Day's Luigi is, and it really brings Luigi's personality out into the spotlight because he is the scared little brother of Mario, and normally he's the one that's always needing rescued because he's so scared or gets himself stuck in situations. But as you know, in Luigi's Mansion, Mario actually gets kidnapped where Luigi has to brave up, and you can see him brave up at the very end of the Mario movie where he helps Mario get the Power Star by blocking Bowser's flame with the manhole cover. But at the same time, I would love to see Luigi still have his own story where he has to save Mario this time. Now let's talk about how this would actually work and play out. Well, in the movie, at the very end, we see Mario and Luigi wake up in their own home, but what we notice is that the home is now built not in Brooklyn, but they are living in the Mushroom Kingdom. So just like the games, they now have their own home in the Mushroom Kingdom where they can go see Peach and the rest of the kingdom whenever they want. But this is something that was very important, at least for Luigi's Mansion, because it all started off, I believe, in Mario and Luigi's home where Mario received a letter from King Boo that they won a mansion, and of course Mario went to go check it out when then he was kidnapped by King Boo and put in the picture frame. They could literally use this same exact story where it would never have to change or conflict with anything that happened in the Mario Brothers movie. It ended in a very perfect way for this to set up for Luigi's Mansion movie. They're both in their new house in the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario gets that letter, he goes to explore and check it out, and Luigi has to go find out what happened to him. Now I hope they don't have to include other characters, like hopefully Luigi doesn't go grab Toad to bring with him or Princess Peach. This should be simply a Luigi solo movie. Now if they do add Toad, maybe Toad gets lost in the mansion too after coming to help Luigi. As we know, there are Toads in that mansion, so maybe that's the role he could play. Like maybe he gets lost and Luigi finds him halfway through his adventure and then he joins Luigi, kind of like Luigi's Mansion 3 as well. That could work, but at the end of the day, I want this to focus on Luigi. I want this to feel like Luigi is isolated and alone and afraid as he's looking for Mario. Hey guys, if you are enjoying this video, make sure you subscribe. Let's see how many people we can get to subscribe from this video alone, and if there's enough, we will continue making more videos about the Mario movie and another Mario movie in the future, and even like a Donkey Kong movie. Show me how much you love Luigi's Mansion, and show me how much you would love a Luigi's Mansion movie. I want this to be based off of the first Luigi's Mansion. It doesn't have to go story beat by beat, but this should focus on the first adventure Luigi had, and there is one character that actually helps Luigi within that game, and that's Professor Egad. This character sets up a lot of things for the Mushroom Kingdom because he helps to later build a lot of things like a time machine and even Flood and even Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush, so he could have a big emphasis on the next Super Mario Brothers movie if they decide to go like a Sunshine Way or something. But anyway, Egad would be really cool to see in Luigi's Mansion and in the movie. He would kind of be the funny old man because remember, this is a kids movie still probably, so there will have to be be some comedic relief, and I think EGAG could definitely do that, like a creepy, goofy old man that just is always just getting into trouble and stuff. Luigi's Mansion 3 actually made him very funny as he loses his glasses and he can't see things and he just looks really goofy. I would love for them to incorporate that into the movie as well. Of course, the story is Luigi has to take out King Boo and save Mario, but it's a lot deeper than that, honestly, because there's the inclusion of the portrait ghost, and they can tie into their own little theme and story since it's just one giant family where Luigi has to take them all out as well throughout his adventure. That would be amazing. Each portrait ghost would have its own personality and its own character and its own little story every time Luigi finds a new one, and that could make for a super entertaining film, just seeing all the different portrait ghosts that Luigi come up on and how he has to take them out in new, unique, and clever ways that the movie wants to add a new twist to. Because of course, the original Luigi's Mansion kept it very basic. There was only like one or two little things that you had to do in each room as a small puzzle in order to capture that ghost. But a movie could fully flesh out these characters and make them super likable. You could have Melody Pianissima in the movie where she plays lots of different Mario references and songs and stuff, and Luigi's trying to guess what the song is that she's playing, and then she tries to attack Luigi, or maybe even jumps into the piano and causes it to kind of act like the piano from Mario 64 where it's trying to eat Luigi. You could have a giant angry Mr. Lugs where Luigi accidentally slips or something and knocks the tablecloth off the table, spilling his spaghetti, and then he goes crazy on a rampage trying to defeat Luigi by chasing him around a giant kitchen, not the small hallway section we've seen in the game. Spooky the Ghost Dog just writes itself. What if Luigi steps on another dog treat again and then the dog chases him throughout the entirety of the movie and just keeps appearing? That would be really funny, and then maybe even at the very end of the movie, you know, Luigi's just like, I cannot stand dogs, I don't like them, and then we see a small post-credit scene where Polterpup pops up and follows Luigi back home. I could literally sit here and talk about all these different portrait ghosts and their roles in a Luigi's Mansion movie all day long because it's just so good. It would work so perfect, and the fact that Luigi's Mansion is growing to be one of the biggest, most loved franchises in the Mario universe is great because Luigi's Mansion 3 sold absolute monstrous amounts. So you know Luigi's Mansion 4 is coming, so it just makes sense, especially considering the fact that Charlie Day himself stated that he would love to see a Luigi's Mansion movie. And even the ending of this movie would make a lot of sense for King Boo to choose a giant Bowser suit because it would terrify Luigi. He spent so much time in the beginning of the movie talking to Bowser and Bowser pulling his mustache and just being mean to him and almost dying to him on several occasions. So I think that would be something that would help Luigi get over his fear. Kind of the main story of this movie would be Luigi being terrified and trying to be brave enough to step up to things that he's afraid of and save his brother would be beautiful. And we see this relationship between Mario and Luigi in the movie is just such a sweet one. They really do love each other and they need each other. They mean so much to each other, and Luigi was just kind of remembering the old days when they were babies in the movie and just thinking about how much he missed his brother, and I just love that. And you really feel that at the end of Luigi's Mansion where Luigi is just crying of pure joy that he finally saved Mario. It's such a touching moment for a Nintendo game, let alone a Mario game. It's probably one of the most touching moments I've ever experienced in a Mario game. Luigi just truly loved Mario and he got him back finally after his long adventure, and it would just work so well within a movie. So yeah, I really wasn't expecting any references within this movie for Luigi's Mansion, but the fact that they played the main theme for a little bit and even had the vibes of a creepy Luigi's Mansion movie, I can't wait to see the potential as to what could come from a Luigi's Mansion movie in the future. Not to mention, we do have a King Boo cameo at the royal wedding between Bowser and Peach, so maybe they're gonna explain that there's two different ones though, because this isn't the Luigi's Mansion version, as you can tell, unless they say like maybe this version actually gets corrupted by like a gem or something that it wears on its head, and maybe that's what happens and it changes the way it looks. I don't know how they're gonna explain this, but yeah, King Boo is technically in the movie. So yeah, I would just love to see a Luigi's Mansion movie. I know we're getting more Mario movies and Nintendo movies in the future because I think it's already confirmed that the Mario movie is the best start to any animated movie of all time, which is the greatest opening ever for an animated movie, which is just insane. Like, it is seriously insane. That makes me so happy as a Nintendo fan, as a Mario fan, and I can't wait to see what's next to come. But let me know what you want to see in a Luigi's Mansion movie and how you would like it to play out. And make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Mario movie and Nintendo in general. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.